guys, my name is Lindsay Goins, and I'm making this video today so that I can show you exactly how I made my own Christmas card. This is a step-by-step tutorial. I'm going to walk you through exactly what I did, and I'm going to share with you the resource so that you can maybe do it yourself. So the reason that I decided to do this year is because for the past couple of years, I have used a couple of different website-based companies to make my own Christmas cards. And last year, I got it through Groupon, and I went ahead, made the cards, and waited on shipment notification. There ended up being a 3-week delay, and my Merry Christmas cards did not arrive until after the New Year, which is a problem. But I did that because I wanted to make something that was cute and save some money. So this year I am saving big bucks, and I'm doing it myself, and I can have these ready in an hour, picked up from a drugstore. I used CVS yesterday. So let me go ahead and show you. I'm gonna actually screen share this so that you can see the whole process. Okay, so this is, let me make this bigger too. This is the actual Christmas card that I made. This is the finished result. I ended up using a little bit different font on the bottom and changed the size of it, but this is the gist so that you can see exactly what the finished product was. So let me show you how to do this from start to finish. Hold tight. My head's getting in the way. Okay, so this website that you're going to use is called pickmonkey.com. There it is. This does not work on your phone. There is not a mobile version yet. You will have to access this from your computer or your laptop, so don't even try it. I've tried it before. Now, the way that I came across this, if you know me well at all yet, or you follow me on Facebook, I'm an online health and wellness coach. And so I make videos and graphics and photos all the time for my business and even now for my personal use. And I've tried tons of different resources for these things. I've paid for some, and some of them are free. This is a free resource for you if you decide to use the free option. I've already made an account. That's something that you'll have to do, but you do not have to upgrade. There's going to be an option for you to upgrade to the Royal version, and there is even a free trial of that you're welcome to use. It'll give you a couple more fonts and some different options, but the free trial or the free version works just fine. So that's what I would start with. So what you're going to do, you're going to go to the website, and because I'm using a single photo that our photographer just took for our family recently, I'm going to just edit that photo. I already know that the quality is good. I know that it works as a 4x6, and that's the size of the card that I'm sending out. So I'm going to edit a photo that I've saved to my computer, and it's in my downloads. Let's see. There it is. Okay, so I'll choose my photo. You can upload from Facebook, but again, I just don't know how the quality of that would turn out. So I'm doing this because I know that it works. So once you have your photo in here to edit, you have a little menu bar here on the left-hand side of your screen. That will allow you to change the size, change the filter, add some overlays, whether you want, like a banner behind the text that you put up, or you want an arrow, or I don't know, certain lines or banners or whatever. You can play around with it. Some of those you can access with your free account. Some of them you do in fact have to have the Royal account for, but for what I'm sure you would need for a Christmas card, you could do for sure with the free version. I did. So but for me, I didn't use any of that myself. I just put actual text on the photo. So if you go here to the text button, if you highlight over any of those, it'll tell you what it is. I'm going to use some sort of cursive script. The way that you'll know what you can and what you can't use with your free membership, look for this little crown here. That means it's a Royal feature. So you would have to upgrade to use that font. Some of the ones that say new you can use, and some of them are royal features as well. But there's tons of options. I mean, you can scroll through this whole list and there's a zillion options. And yeah, some of them you have to upgrade for, but a lot of them you don't. So I'm going to use this one. I highlighted which one I wanted, and I'm going to click add text. All right, so I'm going to double click in this text box. Merry Christmas. Okay, highlight it. I want it in the center, and I want it to be some sort of red color. Now, if this little version of picking a color here isn't working for you, if you go over in this box right here and click on it, you get this little dropper icon, and you can pick much more specific colors. It doesn't always work well for me though, so I'm going to go back to this way of selecting a color. I want mine kind of a bright red. Okay. And I can always change it, you know, you're not like locked into that color. Actually, that looks kind of orangey. Okay, let's try that. Obviously this is too small, so you can either highlight the text and change the font here, but if you don't know what size you want to input, you can just drag the corner. Oops, and make it bigger. Lots of clicking. Just kind of experiment with this to see how you want it. All right, I think that's about how I want it. Merry Christmas. Okay, now this is pretty, but I kind of feel like the lettering is getting lost. It doesn't stick out enough. So a little trick, I'm going to right click on this text box and select duplicate text. So it's basically going to make the same color, font style, everything as the one right behind it. But I'm going to highlight that new text, and I'm going to make that black because I'm going to make my own shadow. So I'm going to just barely offset this. See how you can barely see the red? I'm going to barely offset the black, and then I'm going to right click again, and I'm going to send that to the back of the other font. So I sent it to the back, and you can see now that there's just barely a black outline behind Merry Christmas, and it just makes it pop out a little bit more. So that's a little trick. And then I'm going to choose another font to write something at the bottom. Of course, you can sign your name, you can put a scripture, you can put a quote, whatever it is that you want to do. My husband and I, we are Christians, we love the Lord, so we decided to choose a scripture verse to put on ours that meant something to us. So give me 1 second. Okay, and you're like, how is she gonna fit all of that? Let me show you. 10 and 11. Okay, so it's too big, and I'm gonna put it at the bottom. Oh, and I'm gonna actually highlight this, and I'm gonna center it. Okay, so I'm just gonna adjust this, make it smaller and smaller until it's the size that I want, and then you can pull these little sidebars out here so that you can stretch it across the screen if you want. Okay, so there we go. Not quite center, there we go. Okay, so that was my Christmas card. I didn't do anything crazy fancy, you know, I could always add something behind this. If I say my photo color was different and it wasn't white behind us, so it made Merry Christmas harder to see, you could always, I did a banner. Was that too fast? Let me try again. Okay, so I did this banner here. I moved it off to the side and adjusted the width so it's gonna sit fully behind Merry Christmas. Drag it all the way across. I'm gonna change the color to white, and then I'm gonna kind of fade it out a little. And then I'm gonna right click and send it to the back. And then now there's kind of like a little geometric shape behind it that lightens that text even more. I don't need that. So I'm gonna delete it for now. But anyways, that would be enough for me. Something fun you can do if you want. Of course, you can add any of these overlays, but down here, this little snowflake just means that this is a seasonal option for you. It's your theme button. The one here at the top, Santaland. Again, some of these are free. Some of them you have to have the Royal membership for, but these little hats here, Nate was convinced that we should do this, but I told him maybe next year. You can reshape or resize, these hats and put them on top of yourself if you're trying to be funny for your Christmas card. You know, maybe you want to be an elf this year. That's cool. Maybe you want a Rudolph nose because that's funny. So if you decide that you don't want to keep those on there and you want to play around with it, just click on the actual overlay and then you can delete whatever you want. So play around with it. Bookmark this website because you might decide in the future that you want to use this again, whether it's for a Christmas card, maybe a birthday invitation or something like that. Bookmark this, play around with it. Again, the free option I think you're good with. If you want to try some of those special upgraded options for fonts or overlays or whatever, you can always do the free trial of the Royal membership. Just don't forget to cancel it or you have to pay for it. So let me know what you think. Maybe post a picture of your finished result. But I'm going to make sure you keep an eye on my blog because I'm actually going to post the step-by-step of the finished product of my assembled Christmas cards, which this one isn't fully assembled yet, but I'm also going to tell you how it was super, super cheap to do that. So clearly the only thing that you're going to have to pay for to do this are the prints themselves. So I wanted to make sure that mine turned out good. So what I did was I saved that photo, which from here, if you want to save it, let me go back to my screen share, whoops, and show you real quick. Hold tight. Hold tight. Nope. Screen share. There we go. Okay. To save it, just go up here to save. You can change the file name. Maybe Goins Christmas 15. I like to do the highest file size for quality purposes. And then it kind of like calculates the file size there. These are the dimensions. Again, I already know my dimensions should be good. If you have any question about that, I just Googled the pixel dimension sizes of a 4x6 photo since that's what I was printing. And it shows you the minimum. If you decide to change that, click change here, and you can type it in yourself, or you can cancel out of that and go to this, which one is that? Basic edits, and then go to resize here, and you can change it there. Just be careful because I don't know, this is an undo button right here, but I don't know if you can undo it once you change the size. So maybe if you're gonna mess around with changing the size, save a version first and then do it. Okay, so what I did was to make sure that I liked how they printed before I printed off 50 plus of these cards. I have a CVS that's like less than a mile from my house. I'm sure that you guys have plenty of options for this too, but they had a deal. So they were 19-cent prints to get 50 of these. And in the meantime, I printed one, ran over there, liked it, and decided to print more. So I picked the 50 print option at 19 cents a print. And then they had a deal going on. There's an online coupon code for CVS right now, and I'm sure that every drugstore or whatever has one going on right now since it's Christmas time, but it was 30% off. So I got my Christmas cards for, I think it was like $6 or something like that, something super cheap for 50 of them. Huge money saver. Okay, so that was this. You can send this on its own if you want, depending on what you decide to write on there. Or for me, I actually got my cards from Target, and I am addressing them and stuff myself. Again, follow me on the blog to find out what I did. A package of these were from the dollar section at Target. So my Christmas cards, I'm probably spending $11 on for everybody this year. So not too shabby, right? Okay, so follow me on the blog, post any questions you have, or maybe your finished result, and show everybody what you did. So Merry Christmas. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.